So recently, I watched the 28 Years Later movie, and I just gotta say, it did not live up to its hype. Now, don't get me wrong, it was good. I liked it. Now it wasn't a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. It was definitely like maybe like a 7 or 8 along those lines. Uh, it didn't give me that vibe that it was portrayed in the trailer and that everyone was talking about, and that even like the creators of the movie was talking about, or like just making it, or just saying that they're gonna make it kind of like how they did it with 28 Days Later in terms of vibes. I did not get that vibe. Uh, Now, before I continue, spoiler warning. So, if you want to watch 28 Years Later, I don't recommend on watching this video yet until you do. If you don't care about spoilers and you already seen the movie, then go ahead, enjoy the rest of the video. But other than that, don't watch this if you have not seen the movie, because I do not recommend. There will most definitely be spoilers. This is the final warning I'm going to give you. Now, on to the main topic at hand. So first, I would like to mention like the start of the movie, which I will say it for a second it did give me that vibe, like from like, but not from 28 Days Later. It was actually more of a 28 Weeks Later vibe, where in 28 Weeks Later, if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. It's pretty good. But in the beginning, the main character, or seemingly main character, he would be getting chased by a large horde of zombies just coming from left field, right field, behind him, just all around, just pretty much swarming, surrounding the whole area, and the only way for him to go is straight, which where he kept doing. So kind of did that in this movie, where like crazy shit happens, where everything's like all fine, well, seemingly fine somewhat, where it just seems like everything just happened, and then shit hit the fan really quickly, which I did like. I liked that we got to see like the original look for the zombies. Well, infected. Fucking nerds are probably gonna complain to me. They're not zombies. Who cares? It's a zombie-based movie. They're all fucking zombies. If you're mindless and you're just attacking someone for no reason, except whatever's inside of you is causing you to do that, you're a fucking zombie. That's the truth. Now, there is like one thing that did annoy me about the beginning, though. Now it takes place. Now we get the 28 years later fucking thing that we get in all the other movies. 28 years later, we don't see the person who was getting chased after that. They are gone. They're a myth. We don't ever get to see them again, which kind of like bugged me a little bit. It maybe like had me lost for a second. Like, wait, what happened to the person in the beginning? Where the fuck are they? But we just get new people, which I kind of like these people. They're pretty interesting. But then we end up getting to the zombies. Now, here's a complaint that I have. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. My fucking phone. They tried really hard. It was seemingly. They tried to be something different, but still have a glimpse of what it was, which does not 100% work. I mean, in my opinion, it was fine, but just, again, it felt like that they're trying to, I don't know, make the virus different, the rage virus, in the original too. I mean, the rage virus is also in this one. It's just, it doesn't feel like the rage virus. It feels like a different fucking virus, because now there's special types. Unfortunately, like I said, this is probably a big spoiler in terms of zombies. There's fat zombies that move around like snails and will eat anything that's on the ground or just not paying attention. And there's like groups of zombies that chill together, but they also follow a leader, which is known as the Alpha, which is like a big yoke buff zombie that would literally tear off your head if they see you. They wouldn't even like try to infect you. They'll just kill you because they feel like it. Like those types. I don't necessarily like that, at least for this type of franchise, because Well, I mean, the original two movies, there was no special type. I think the only moments where we saw any like semblance of a special type is when one of the characters got infected and just straight up started infecting everybody, and it was also being strategic about it when doing so, which is strange because you never really see that in the first film. It's just mindless, raging people just attacking you, throwing blood on you, throwing up blood on you. So it's not really. It just, I don't know. It didn't really like work for me in that moment, but I liked it. I liked that. I guess like that they were trying to do something different, because yeah, a lot of people, it's like a mixed reviews nowadays, where some people actually prefer the nostalgia and like the similar ways of how things were filmed in the past, and then people want something new and different and unique and fresh. All the varieties of wanting something different. But except this is not one of those films that should be getting something different. It is 28 years later in the same universe of 28 days and weeks. All we have is just rage people throwing up on others or biting them, is seemingly in the 28 weeks later, which I never really saw that in the 28 days later. But I guess they changed it up a little bit, which I guess threw me off a little bit, but makes sense. Now, I do like the production of this, especially like in around the beginning, where if you saw the trailer, like the shit that we would hear in the trailer, like that radio recording and flash images of like old day looking shit that would happen in the past. We actually do end up hearing that later in the beginning, but we don't really get to hear something like that again. That's just like there for the beginning to make it more chilling and creepy, because they're about to, because the two of the characters of the story are just going into the danger zone, I guess, to like have one of the other ones that never really encountered a zombie yet, so it's like their first time about to like encounter a zombie. So they go with someone who's experienced, and they just go and kill their first zombie for the first time, and just like survive out there for a bit, and then come back. So now the plot of I'm honestly a little confused as to what the plot is. I feel like the plot was to like that the one character is trying to find medicine for someone who's sick that they know, love, and care about, and they do make it to like this doctor who's seemingly like supposed to be insane, but he's not necessarily insane. He's just I think he's just insane for normal people standards, but he's actually pretty chill, kind guy. He's not really the type to just go in and annihilate people like a psychopath. He's actually pretty friendly. The only insane thing that he really would do is just how am I gonna say this without spoiling it? I don't know, he does some weird shit with corpses. That's all you need to know. Not fucking them. I could definitely tell you that. He ain't a necrophiliac. Those people are definitely worse than this guy. But he does something weird with the bodies. Well, I guess for to normal person, like in the nowadays in real life, that was a pretty weird thing to do. But other than that, like the plot is that one character goes out with the sick person, by the way, to go and find help and to like help this person, but then to find out that there's no way that they could have saved them at all, that they might as well let them go peacefully at where they were living at, instead of just bringing them out into the zombie infested world, or zombie infested city, risking both their lives for basically nothing, it seems like. Also, there was one weird thing that I found funny about the movie, is that the flashes of dick, balls, and ass and titties in this movie, and it's not even human dick, balls, and ass and titties, it's zombie dick, balls, and ass titties. And the fucking alpha zombie, this man has a fucking snake. It's just flapping around there. It's hard not to see. I'm trying to not see it, but when it's like right in front of my face and it's like right there, it's hard to like even look up and still see a glimpse of it down below on the corner of my fucking eyes. It's hard not to see see that shit. But which is really funny. Sometimes it can't make me laugh. It's like, why does it keep showing dick, balls, and ass? I don't know. I feel like there's some like weird fetish there. I don't know, or maybe it's just feeding other people's fetishes. I don't know what. I hope some of those fetishes are normal, but then again, not everyone has a normal fetish. I don't know. The ending, it was interesting. I think the real 28 Days Later vibes, it was like when it got towards the ending is when we end up hearing the music from the original 28 Days Later movie. But hold on, let me drink something. Coffee. But the ending ended up went from that to just completely weird. It just made no sense. It was like the ending was so dumb. It was hard not to make fun of it and laugh at it. Because the ending, oh my god, it went from like fucking 28 Days Later vibe in terms of music to fucking ninja fucking with the zombies and then killing them type of like fight. It was like, oh, it was so stupid. It was such a dumb ending. I don't fucking know. But we ended up being left on a cliffhanger, and apparently there's gonna be like another movie after this one. So it's probably be like a 2 or 3 part type of sequence of movies of the 28 years later variety of shit. Now, people are probably gonna be wondering, huh? You didn't mention Jim in 28 Days Later. There was mention that he was gonna be in the movie. He's not in the fucking movie. Now, that's probably a major spoiler. Let you know that don't expect to see Jim from the original first fucking 28 Days Later movie. He's not there. Even though we were told that he was going to be in the movie, he's not. He's actually, my dad, who was also watching the movie with me, he looked up to find out if, find out why Jim was not in the movie and like what's going on, and then he found out there's gonna be another movie and Jim will be in that movie. So we're gonna actually get to see him in the next film of 28 Years Later. Now I hope that they will actually make it more like what they promised and make it more of a 28 Days Later vibe, but I also hope that we get to see what happens with the characters from the ending of 28 Years Later. And I swear to God, 'cause sometimes I hate when movies or like films do that, where they don't explain what happens to like certain characters that you know care about, or just just see their ending and then that would be it. Some films do that, and I don't know why they do that. Like no explanation as to what happens to the previous person or how they got to another point that they're at. No explanation, no flashbacks or anything. They just like, oh, now they were here, now they're there. Deal with it. Basically, is what like some films do. Now I hope they don't do that, but they're probably not. Maybe not, because technically, one character earlier in the film, we end up seeing them in the ending. I'm not going to say any more than that. That's most of what I'm going to say. Overall, the movie was kind of. It wasn't. I wouldn't say satisfactory. It was fun to watch. I liked it, but it just wasn't what we thought it would be, which is a 28 Days Later vibe, which is what everyone wanted, but unfortunately no one got. But it's fine. It's okay. It doesn't have to 100% to be like what we want. Just like some Resident Evil movies, they're not like what the actual game showed. Well, I mean, unfortunately, they do it very shit by doing it that way, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing with that. But the people who made Resident Evil, the whole Resident Evil movies and all that, minus the cartoons. Cartoons, they're more Resident Evil and game accurate than the fucking the live action films. But this is not a Resident Evil movie review. This has to do with 20 years later. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna have to give this 7 zombie fingers out of 10. Mostly because of the lack of 28 Days Later vibes that was promised, and also the fact that there's no Jim, even though that was promised, and it trying to be different, and especially with the weird fucking ending. But other than that, I mostly liked it. I enjoyed it. I would probably watch it again on my own without having to do a review on it. But other than that, I actually liked the film. Of course, despite my complaints, it wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't what people would have expected or thought. which I can understand why that would make people be like, oh, this movie's ass, it was just a cash grab or something like that, which is understandable. I just, in my opinion, I don't think it was bad. I just think that it wasn't what I would have wanted to see. But I mean, it's whatever. It's what's done is done. This is what we got. Let's just be happy with what we got at this point, because being upset ain't going to change a goddamn thing. It's just gonna make us feel terrible, and I don't think you want to feel terrible. I certainly don't. So let's just be happy with it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. Leave a like, Joe watching. Subscribe. Give me a comment. Hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos coming up. Also, I've noticed that not enough of you has subscribed to the channel. Hit that sub button. It would really help me out with like the likes, the notification bells and all that. Subscribe to me and you'll be able to see more, and I'll be able to give more. Genie out.